Have I ever told that story about the time I auditioned to be a puppeteer for Disney Junior's Live on Stage show?
I mean, to be honest, man, you do be saying a lot of words and talking about a lot of things, but I don't remember you talking about that.
Well, let's talk about it. So, before we begin this video, now if you're not familiar with Playhouse Disney Live on Stage or Disney Junior Live on Stage, I recommend that you check out the videos linked in the description below. I discuss a brief history of both shows, where those puppets are, what happened after the show. Check those videos out and then come back here and it'll all make sense. Let's travel back to the year 2014. I was still a junior in high school and my pretty much dream goal was to perform and be a puppeteer for some type of theme park or family entertainment place. I'm forgetting who, but a family friend actually shot me a text and sent me a screenshot of a flyer that was actually posted at the Disneyland parks, letting people know that they were looking for puppeteers to partake in their Disney Junior Live on Stage auditions for puppeteers. Now, little fun fact, I actually auditioned for this show twice, but I'll get to that in the later part of this video. And although being a child actor, go check out these videos popping up on the screen to understand those stories, I was still actually really nervous about this puppetry audition. Up to that point, I actually never went on an audition pertaining just to puppetry and being a puppeteer in general. Come to find out, a good family friend of mine named Auditioned, who's actually in the Star Wars fan space and he's done a bunch of stuff in the entertainment industry, he kind of put my mind at ease because he actually was also going to audition the same day that I was. What was great about auditioning for this show for Disney, or at least at this time, they brought everybody in as a group. Normally, with certain auditions and the auditioning process, sometimes they'll bring you in as a group, sometimes they'll bring you in as an individual, and sometimes they'll just pair you in groups of 3s or 4s. And if any of you know the Disney lingo, you know when auditioning to play a certain character in the parks, the lingo always is, I auditioned to be friends with Mickey. Never saying that you are said character, you're auditioning to be friends with them. But as far as this show was concerned, it really didn't matter because as a puppeteer, you were different puppet characters throughout the segment of the show, along with an ensemble cast of other puppeteers helping you. If you want to know more in depth on like working on the show, juggling puppets around, I definitely recommend you check out Disney Dan's interview video. That should be popping up either here or I'll link in the description below, where he actually got to interview several puppeteers that actually worked on both Playhouse Disney Live on Stage and Disney Junior Live on Stage. So my good buddy Auditioned and I decided to meet up where we were told to. We were told to meet there, show some type of ID, bring like a headshot or resume of what you've done to show that you had some previous experience in puppeteering or entertaining or performing or something like that. When Disney normally tries to hire people or entertainment for their shows, they normally do it in-house. But from what I've heard and experienced myself, they really like to do things in-house, so they will hire in-house first, so it costs them less money, you know, with the hiring process and all that, and then later they'll outsource and hire people from outside to bring them in. This part was fun because we actually thought we would get seen sooner, but they actually had us outside, inside the entertainment waiting area backstage for like the Disneyland Resort, because they were still trying to, you know, give everybody a chance to show up, give everybody a chance to get off of work. For those cast members that wanted to audition for the show, to be in the audition, they had to wait till they got off work. So we were pretty much sitting in the backstage area of the Disneyland theme park, which I was super happy about because there's so much cool stuff to see back there. But we were in like this little bench waiting area right outside where they bring you into the rehearsal rooms and the dress rehearsal halls. We were outside waiting, just talking about like, oh, wouldn't this be cool? Because everybody kind of just started showing up, chit-chatting, talking with people, and then kind of saying, hey, I've done this audition before. Here's what they're going to ask you. Here's what they're going to tell you. It's pretty cool to network and talk with everybody and make new friends. So they had to bring us all in for a quick little audition. When you actually go into the audition, they don't really give you a puppet. They mainly tell you, hey, if you've seen the show before, or if you've seen, you know, videos on YouTube or whatever, these are these big like Muppet type like characters. Be able to keep your arm up for an extended period of time would also bring kind of in close quarters, crouched down in this tight little space underneath the stage and doing all this type of stuff, while being able to lip sync to an already pre-recorded track that Disney made with all these other Disney shows and, you know, preschool kid characters. They would start you just basic with nothing, just your hand, because that's how a lot of puppetry workshops and things like that start. They'll just have you use your hand and do basic ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and how to manipulate the mouth when lip syncing and talking with said puppet. And then they said to kind of get a little more comfortable and practice eye focus to make sure they're looking directly into the camera. They gave us these little fun Disney made movie style eyes to put on our hands so we can practice our eye focus and kind of take up quick to instruction and cue. Could we match and focus and you know, and not bounce the head too much, not have the mouth flapping open like this. Quick professional training on how to be a puppeteer. What then they would do is we're going to lip sync to a Disney track. See if you guys can lip sync and make sure the words sound like they're coming from the puppet's mouth, but at the same time, you're adding life into that puppet, you're animating your hand, and it's kind of taking a life on its own. There are 3 interviewees, auditioners within the audition, and they would walk around and kind of watch you and look and see how you would perform with your own puppet. The 2 times that I have auditioned for this show, the song that they always used when I was in the auditioning room was Be Our Guest. You are lip syncing to Lumiere's singing of Be Our Guest. Be our guest, be our guest. Da, 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 da. They would run through it about 3 or 4 times. The judges would walk around, and then kind of toward the end, they would decide who they liked, who they didn't like, and kind of start making cuts right then and there. If I remember correctly, I know that they kind of had your name on a sheet, and they're like, if you heard your name, you stay. If you didn't hear your name, you're out of here. What other people would say within the auditioning process that have auditioned for shows and entertainment for Disney before, they would say, even if you get cut, don't feel bad. Don't be afraid to ask questions to the auditioners when the next time you go, because you can say, hey, do I need to work on my eye focus? Do I need to work on my lip syncing? Do I need to work? What do I need to work on? They would give you the feedback, and you take it, and you work on it, and you bring it back for the next audition. So unfortunately, both Sean and I were cut at the same time. Honestly, I was the youngest of the group to be there. I think at the time I was either 16 or 17, and not like they didn't hire people of that age, but I think too because my puppetry, if I'm gonna be completely honest, my puppetry was not on par of like how I think it is now. Not to say that I think it's even better now. Any skill in life, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you people know out there, that you always want to get better. You don't always want to think that, well, I've made it and I've now perfected this. And even if there's still some things of that job or career that you could still learn. And even to look back at younger me then, I was like, yeah, I was not ready at all. I think I asked why the second time, and I think they told me just really work on your lip sync. I never got to work Disney Junior live on stage, but I am very blessed and happy that I've met others who have, and I'm glad I've gotten the insight and the knowledge and just heard others explain how amazing and awesome it was to work on that show. Let me know in the comments below, if you could audition for any theme park show, which one would you want it to be a part of and why? Hey, if you enjoyed this puppet related video, definitely go check out the next one right here on the screen. Kermit and I think you will enjoy it, and we'll see you over there. Till next time, take care and have an awesome day.